interesting. Yeah, so it's like a smaller gains we need to keep moving forward. Then the self-confidence all build up over time. So when you're working with coaches and consultant, like you coach them, how long does it really take in order to see some changes on them? Few weeks,
Good
few
question.
months?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I expect my clients now, based on the way in which I work and my approach, for my clients to experience noticeable change within
Yeah.
the 1 to 2 weeks.
Right.
As soon as we basically start working together,
Yeah.
things start changing. Now, in terms of the desired end result, that depends on the individual, their readiness
Mhm.
to commit to and devote themselves to the practice, the work, the
Yeah.
coaching, the readiness for change, their coachability and compliance, and also the nature of their issues as
Yeah.
well. So the severity of them, how long they've been experiencing their challenges, and so on. It all plays a role as to how they experience transformation.
Yeah. And everyone's is different, isn't it? Some people can take a couple of weeks, some people like a couple of months. It's everyone different on their own pace, and everyone's goal is different in terms of, yeah.
Exactly right. Everyone's goal is different. I've had people who have been able to completely resolve their challenges
Yeah.
within a matter of weeks. And I have others who have different goals, and they want, once they start to see results, they want
Yeah.
to just retain coaching. And I've been coaching people for as much as a year as well. So it really depends on the individual and what they're after.
Mhm. Right. Yeah, as an we are entrepreneur, like we most people think like we have all clarity in the world. We know exactly what we're doing. This is not right. So you've been working with lots of entrepreneurs in past 10 years. So you can tell like they have not clarity, no right vision, not all the time they knows what they're doing. So eventually you have to work it out themselves, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, eventually they have to work it out themselves.
Yeah.
Well, I think that, we're here to help one another work things out, right?
Mhm.
Um, if one thinks that they always have all the answers themselves, then just by virtue of that, they'll most likely hold themselves back.
Yeah.
Really, in my own personal experience, when I was able to do my own breakthroughs, because I've had my own challenges, I used to chronically
Definitely.
hold myself back. That's why I specialize in this area.
Yeah.
And now, thankfully, I can say that I've broken through. That was what I described as the past me. I no longer
Yeah.
experience life and business in that way. It's amazing. But for me to be able to break through, and for all my clients to be able to break through, humility is essential in enabling one
Yeah.
to essentially get from wherever they are right now to the next level, to kind of put their ego to the side and just be humble and
Mhm.
open to learning something new, doing something differently. Because the age old saying, if you do what you've always done, you'll get
Yeah.
what you've always got. So you've got to be open for mentorship, guidance, and doing things in a new way.
Right. So in terms of like your own self, like do you follow any kind of daily ritual, daily routine in terms of like getting yourself like resolving the self-sabotage and limiting belief and building more confidence? Like do you read books or mentorship? What do you actually do for
Yeah.
yourself? Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm all about structure and routine,
Mhm.
because I want to remain disciplined.
Yeah.
So which gives me the kind of freedom throughout my day
Yeah.
to function in the best way possible. So I wake up at around 5 every morning.
Five.
I
That's
start,
really early.
yeah, but it wasn't
Yeah.
always like that. I
Yeah.
wasn't an early riser. Now I love getting up at 5. I do not like sleeping in at all because it's
Right.
just so normal for me. And so I'll
Mhm.
wake up at 5, I'll get ready right away, and then I'll head to the gym. And
Yeah.
that's what I do. I've usually got 1 to 2 books on the go. And yeah, I keep it really simple in terms of structure and routine. I just like to find what works for me and just
Yeah.
commit to that. It's really just, honestly, it's the focus on practicing and exercising
Yeah.
stick to itiveness or commitment. Commitment in and of itself to me builds character. So if I
Mm.
prove to myself through my own action that I'm someone who follows through on what I say.
Yeah.
I decide what I'm going to do. I decide what my goals are, and I stick to a custom designed structure for me. Then I know that that in and of itself is winning.
Yeah, definitely.
Simply just committing to something is winning.
Yeah. And it took time for like getting to the routine, like waking up in the 5 in the morning. So it took like a self belief yourself, like you're doing what you need to be doing, which is right, and then sticking to it.
Yeah, well, just going back to the concept of the small stacking small wins, I didn't
Yeah.
start all of a sudden waking up at 5. I used
Yeah.
to wake up at 7:30, and I thought, okay, I want to wake up earlier.
Yeah.
So I said, I'll do 6:30. That's easy, half an hour. Okay,
Yeah.
then that became comfortable, and then I thought, okay, I'll do 6. And then I
Mhm.
just kept moving the alarm back earlier and earlier until I
Right.
finally got it to 5, and I thought, I'm happy to do 5. And so I just
It's
kind of inched my way forward, though.
yeah. Yeah, it's everyone's different. So everyone's have like their different sleep pattern, and they need to find out like what works best for them and make the changes around it. Yeah, definitely. So like in terms of like if you wanna tell our audience like what they need to do in order to get out of themselves sabotaging and like limiting belief for themselves. Obviously, we cover lots of ground, but if you want to simplify for them, what's the first step they need to do?
We need to go back to drawing your line in the sand. You need
Yeah.
to have that moment where you decide right now, today, uh, why, based on your own decision to exercise your free will, to
Mhm.
say, I'm going to pursue something better for myself
Yeah.
in whichever way in which you decide that is.
Yeah.
And it's having that conviction to make a choice and then stick to it and say, okay, I'm going to be open now for opportunities and vehicles that
Yeah.
can enable me to get there, whether that's a coach, some kind of program or course, a book, some kind of something new
Yeah.
that will help move you forward in the right direction. And as long as you just decide something and then also commit to
Yeah.
staying on that path, you really don't have anything to worry about, because as long as you're committed, you will eventually end up at your
You get
desired
there.
result. You'll
Yeah.
get there.
Yeah. Definitely.